What's up guys? So why is Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp down today, and actually Oculus VR is down as well? Pretty much all the major services that Facebook owns are down today. What is going on? I was wondering the same thing this morning on CNBC, and Tagani Davis, she is one of the higher-ups at Facebook, was defending the recent findings that I think came out in not Bloomberg magazine, one of the Wall Street Journal, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. Wall Street Journal a week ago put out a report that basically third-party companies have had the data for years now that Facebook knew internally that their algorithms and the way Instagram is set up as an app and Facebook is set up as an app literally increases the likelihood of teens committing suicide. And they had internal data that did tell them that basically posts that are more engaged with based on fear and kind of negative feelings or negative news and things like that always went to the top of the feed. So when it came to the 2016 elections and pinning certain group, apparently Facebook and Instagram knew this internally that was going on, that was their algorithm set up that almost pretty much on purpose driving this sort of psychological behavior on this platform. So she went on CNBC to sort of defend that look, there's some proof of that, there's this and that, and they're actually working with the social media companies, right? So this is my sort of hypothesis, or there's something that was going on because, and I've talked about this for a while, I made a number of posts about this, is that Mark Zuckerberg has been getting hammered by the Congress for a little over a year now, if not longer. Sort of social media companies, right? So this is my sort of hypothesis, or there's something that was going on because, and I've talked about this for a while, I made a number of posts about this, is that Mark Zuckerberg has been getting hammered by the Congress for a little over a year now, if not longer. Sort of Congress asked him to explain what happened in 2016 elections. The whole Britannica company in England that sort of misused Facebook ad data and pixels and things like that to again pin certain populations against each other and during the elections and things like that. So Facebook has been getting hammered by the government to basically tell them that you have to regulate more. You have to really figure out how to regulate the content that's put on your website, on the app, that you have to regulate what can be advertised and what can't. So what Facebook is basically saying and what's going on is that look, they're being sort of single-handedly picked on by the government, and Facebook is saying what, we're not against regulation, but don't regulate just us, don't make us lose money as a platform, but make regulations across the board. So if we're going to be affected, Twitter's going to be affected, YouTube's going to be affected, Google's going to be affected, Snapchat, every major company social media-wise that has an advertising platform is going to be hit by the same regulations. So put it this way, big changes are coming, but because of this announcement and the stock just starting to plummet, now we can't access Facebook. A lot of reports are saying it's a DNS issue. I don't want to get into the depth and weeds of what that means from the software development perspective and what DNS really is, but put it this way, the panic that's going on with the stock plummeting as of right now for Facebook is what's causing sort of the outage. Maybe it was purposely sort of taken offline by the company itself to make certain changes and corrections right now and then require them to take all their service down, because again, every major Facebook platform that is owned by Facebook, which includes WhatsApp and Instagram to name a few of the major ones, are also all down. Definitely a big drop, relatively speaking, in the stock's lifespan, especially for Facebook. So that's what's going on. Here's what to expect. Changes are coming, right? It's been an issue for Facebook to be sort of self-regulating itself, and what other companies like CNN, Fox and CNBC, these major media conglomerates. Last thing I could see, at least on my Instagram feed, that the last post I could see on my feed was 2 hours ago, so that was literally about hour and a half after Antigone Davis came out on TV this morning sort of defending this. The stock has been on the free fall since, has dropped nearly 5% in just the last couple hours, which is on CNN or Cartoon Network or the Disney Channel and things like that. You know, there has to be a disclosure of who's paying for this ad. There has to be some sort of I'm not saying they do fact check on the cable news. Let's get real. There's a lot of being. They are looked at by the government as a media company, so they're held to a different standard. There's different rules and regulations for creating ads. If you think about it, let's say you're a music artist, or let's say you're selling whatever. You can't just make any type of commercial and put it out. Industry or sector you're in, so all that's coming, we don't know to what level, but you know, we've seen it all coming. There's been a lot of BS that's been going on social media. It is affecting people, it's affecting businesses, it's affecting our population all across the board. So that's all I'm saying is get ready. The outage is sold on cable news all the time, but what I'm saying is the standards are way different, so it is going to impact how ads are sort of launched. It is going to impact what you be able to say or not say online. Unfortunately, it is going to impact how you're going to be able to monetize your content, depending on what, for all the changes that are going to be coming down the pipeline, because there are some they're going to be gradual, but that's what's going to be happening. If you guys want to know more about how to succeed in the content creation industry, or better yet, if you're watching me on YouTube, I appreciate you guys. You know, give me a like, let me know in the clearly still there, maybe here for a few more hours. I'm sure they're going to get back up about today, but maybe it won't. That's the news for now. So maybe by tonight you'll see it on Instagram and Facebook. But that's why Facebook is out of service, and so is Instagram and all that. And besides that, if you're a marketer or a content creator, you better get ready. Comments what you think about what's going on right. Let's talk about this in the comments for sure, but subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Hit that notification icon because it helps to get my videos in front of other entrepreneurs. Thanks for watching. Sub me for more information. I share bussiness, news, history, science and much more. Comments what you think about what's going on right. Let's talk about this in the comments for sure, but subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. Hit that notification icon because it helps to get my videos in front of other entrepreneurs. Thanks for watching. Sub me for more information. I share bussiness, news, history, science and much more.